What? Let me see those notes. Dolph, you deranged, twisted old man. I apologize. I'm just a bit shocked. I knew Dolph had unconventional ideas, but this goes far beyond what I ever imagined. There's something seriously wrong in our guild. Thank you for bringing this to light. Given how much you've helped us, I think it's time for you to meet Heled. There's no point in explaining too much now. You'll see soon enough. Just know Heled embodies everything the guild stands for. That's all.
Ah, it's good to finally meet you. Alma and Tyrannus have sent me reports about your progress. Thank you for dealing with the troublemakers in our guild, though I wish your introduction to us had been under better circumstances. I'm surprised you've even heard of that term. The Druids have always been very thorough in preventing our existence. Now that they're gone, I assumed that knowledge was lost. But yes, I am the head of the guild. And don't worry, I'm perfectly fine like this. Knowing what I might become, Dryads have always been a particular interest of mine. The curse couldn't have chosen better. Yes, a very old, very persistent one, born of something abhorrent, I believe. It's carried and sustained across the land by the weirdness. I doubt we'll ever trace its origins. I've spent most of my life researching its possible causes, and this is the only explanation that fits, despite what some druids might have thought about the so-called feminine weaknesses they harped on about. The guild was founded long before I became a dryad. Trust me, I spent my entire career preparing for this eventuality. I built this place, gathered like-minded people, and only then entered the ritual circle. Becoming bound to this place wasn't a problem. It was an opportunity. For further research, of course. I'm not sure how much you know about dryads, but we are as bound to a place as it is bound to us. I perceive things differently now, in ways I never could when I was flesh and blood. My connection to nature is far deeper than any druid could dream of. We are surrounded by boundless energies, and I feel their currents flowing through every creature, every plant around me. It's made me realize how much there is still to discover, and how uniquely positioned I am for the exploration. Well, my form might be surprising. After all, if you ask any druid, a dryad is a failure. But to me, it's a step in the right direction. You see, a dryad forms when a female druid is unable to complete her rite of passage. Sadly, it happens more often than not. But this has always been a personal fascination of mine, so I came prepared. I was fairly certain, yes. This curse, for I do believe it's an ancient curse on the land, is nearly impossible to avoid. There have been rare cases where a Ban Druid was born instead of a dryad, but those are exceptionally uncommon. It's better to prepare for the most likely outcome than gamble on the rarest one, isn't it? I decided not to see being bound to this place as a burden, but as an opportunity. It's not that bad. You were unfortunate enough to witness us at our worst, that's true. But such cases are rare, and we deal with them swiftly. Our goal is noble, but it can sometimes attract questionable individuals. Extracting and manipulating the spark of life sounds lofty and almost godlike. Some people take it to heart. A little too much. Ah, I'm glad you asked. You've arrived just in time to witness our crowning achievement. You see, the propaganda about druids using human sacrifices in their rituals was not entirely unfounded. It wasn't something they did constantly, but it did happen on occasion, and the results were incredibly powerful. It allowed them to manipulate the weirdness in ways that were previously impossible. The force of creation, combined with the pure potential of the weirdness, created limitless possibilities. But the cost was too great for anyone with even the most basic of morals. Yes. I don't believe in necessary evils, or that the ends justify the means. We desperately need a breakthrough in mastering the weirdness, but I vowed to find a different way. A better way. Being what I am has given me a unique ability to peer into the very energies that drive us, and what I uncovered is this. Human life is simply a form of energy. It is unique to us, and as I said, extremely potent. But it is still just energy. That means there must be a way to replace it with a more humane substitute. Why? It doesn't take anything away from your humanity. Your life force may drive you, but it doesn't compel you to do anything. Except survive, I suppose. It's a spark that makes you who you are. But what you do with it is entirely your choice. I believe so. In fact, that's one of the reasons I asked you here. After all the trouble we've put you through as a new member, I feel you've earned the privilege of seeing the fruits of our labor. Go on, take a look. It's just behind these doors. And what do you think? Impressive, isn't it? We don't. Every component was obtained in strict accordance with the Guild's Code of Conduct. Using the power granted by my unique condition and the weirdness, I created a life force entirely of my own design. Completely artificial. I infused that life into the creature. And now, here it is. Our very own living construct. Don't be vulgar. Of course not. Necromancers don't create anything. They merely toy with residual energies lingering in the dead. I didn't raise something that was once alive. I created life itself, from nothing. That's the interesting part. It actually does. Perhaps our form defines us more than we realize. Not the details, though. It doesn't even have all the usual organs. Just a heart, a brain, lungs, and a liver. The liver was crucial for some reason. How so? Of course not. It only resembles one. My skin is covered in bark, and I can exist bound only to one place, but that doesn't mean I'm a tree, does it? I've been considering conducting the ultimate test. I've discovered that a dryad can be freed from the place she's bound to by completing the ritual with a human sacrifice. Obviously, that was never an option. But now I have access to energy that should be equivalent. If it frees me, it will mean we've succeeded. The energy has to be released, yes. But it's not truly alive like you or me. So perhaps destroy is a better term. You have been vital in ensuring our guild runs smoothly once again. So I thought that perhaps you would like to do the honors. Oh, I could, of course. But wouldn't it be fitting for your official admission to the guild to be marked by something so monumental? You've seen this guild at its lowest. But this is what we've been working toward. What I'm offering you is an honor, one I believe you've earned. How dare you? I don't use their barbaric methods. Don't tell me you look at that thing in the other room and see the girl Calum lured into his house, or the people Phaedros turned into weird beasts with fey magic. I haven't lied to anyone. I haven't abducted anyone. I created a new life, a life that is nothing but energy to be used. It doesn't feel, it doesn't think. It only exists, and its only purpose is to cease that existence. That's the only way it can leave a mark on this world. Because I created it. Do you truly think I don't know what I'm doing? That I held an entirely new life in my hands and was reckless with it? I am. As sure as I can be that the creature is merely a shell holding vital energy. Why do you? Any animated skeleton, any undead was once human. If the tales are to be believed, Grindylows used to be children at some point. Do you fight as fervently for their right to live? Or do you slaughter them without mercy, without a thought for their lost humanity? And the creature you're defending so fervently never had it in the first place. It's a construct, a thing. It seems alive, but that's all there is to it. An illusion. But I suppose it's a fallacy of our species to ascribe humanity to anything even vaguely human-shaped. As entertaining as this is, I see no point in continuing the discussion. Will you end the creature, or shall I do it myself? And here I thought you considered yourself a pacifist. Such hypocrisy. Typical.
They were a young and ambitious guild, mostly centered around the Royal Academy in Camelot. We were all strangers in a strange land, with everything still to be discovered. They were vital to our survival on Avalon. Their healing potion alone saved countless lives. I wasn't there when they began to change. It pains me to see that a once respected guild has been reduced to what it is now. No, but there were female druids. Not many, though. Merlin had a few women apprenticing under him. My sister Morgaine also followed the druidic path, until she invented one of her own, of course. I don't recall the rite of passage ever having such tragic consequences. I always believed it was symbolic. Perhaps this land truly is cursed after all.
Halt! No entry, outsider! Because I said so. Compliments will get you nowhere. You don't even know where you're trying to barge in. You're either very brave or terribly stupid. This is the village of the Vulcar tribe, and we don't need your kind wandering around, gawking like fools. And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something. Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsver. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I listen. She says you must be tested. Mother is everything. Strength, purpose, the voice that guides us. And you're the trial she set before me. I won't fail her.
Off with you, stranger. I don't want to talk. I feel sorrow. Oh, when I saw an outsider, I figured you must have lost your way to end up here, at the Vulcar tribe. But you, not riding ahead, are you? That's why you're here. Can I help you? Speaking so politely to a Vulcar? You got to be mad. And to answer your question, no, I can't be helped. I just need to be alone. You won't leave me be, will you? Fine, have it your way. How long can a man sulk anyway? Well, mourning a loss, if you must know. My blade, shattered into pieces. I've collected every shard and keep them close. It's hard to accept that I'll never wield it in battle again. I shattered it. I realized I couldn't keep going like this. It had all gone too far, far beyond what I could handle. It kept demanding more. Because everything comes at a price. The sword, it needed proof of loyalty. Proof that we were worthy of each other. And since blood binds best, it demanded blood. When there was no one else to cut down, I let it taste my own. Until, one day, the blood of others wasn't enough anymore. It wanted mine. Aye, so what? Don't give me that look. It's clear you've not spent much time with the Vulkars, if things like this bother you. It went dull. Dull as an ulcer. Couldn't even cut through a slab of bear meat. Sometimes, if I went too long without tasting my blood, I'd have to fight with that blunt blade. Felt like punishment for letting it starve. Oh, what, you want them? Fine, take them. I'm not reforging it into a new blade. I need to come to terms with the loss. It was meant to be. But if you can forge something from it, I'll commend you. It's not an easy material to work with. No, that'll be your work, your blade. Just like I once found mine, you'll find yours in the forge's fire. I'll rid myself of what's caused me so much sorrow, and you'll gain something to fight with. A fair trade. Just remember, if it starts whispering to you, there's only one way to deal with it. You'll definitely need Weirdstone. And besides that, it's rare enough to see other people in the Forlorn Swords. But making it to the Vulkars, that's another story. Most don't. They get eaten by beasts, their minds twisted by ice weavers, or swallowed by the night. Or they simply decide there's nothing here, and wonder why the hell they should bother coming to us at all. I don't blame them. But since everyone's abandoned us, they can shove it. We'll manage on our own. There's nothing left anyway. That's not it, stranger. Listen closely. Some say Mathair has abandoned us. Me? I'm not sure she was ever really with us in the first place. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is Vulkar. I'm loyal to the tribe because loyalty is the only thing with real worth. A man can be broken by the silence when his gods don't answer. He can be broken by death's shadow or the grip of madness. But if he stays loyal to his tribe, deep down in his heart, it means that everything fades, except devotion. I'll take a look at what I've got. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Oh, Tiga, what have you done? Why did you leave me like this? So brave, yet so foolish. What am I supposed to do now? Oh! You startled me! Barging into a Dilrida woman's house without knocking. You're lucky to still be breathing. Wait, you're the one who gave him a good death, aren't you? I'm Helmi. Yes, Tiga was my husband. And I suppose I should thank you. I'm only sorry that Tiga is gone. But I am grateful to you. You acted honourably, allowing him to challenge you. No one else was willing to do it. The Dilrida think fighting a madman is dishonourable, as if madness could be caught like a sickness. Madder help me, it's utter nonsense. My poor Tiga.
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volkio tribe. What brings you here? Ah, Taig. Taig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act of mercy. It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Tig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry, she'll understand that it had to be done. Really, me, a representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother. Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back? That's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent, and when it happens to serve their battles. But deep down, they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our rage, we might mistake them for the enemy. An agreement. For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation isn't going to change that. Besides, with the others there, we'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it's always been. Unfortunately, I must refuse. The vocal tribe will not join the moot. We have our own issues to attend to. There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village, there's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting in our faces. I know. We've fallen far. Once, we were a proud tribe. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us. We did. We lost too many good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volkir left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's grace. Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and, I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded. I appreciate your courage, though I hope it is courage and not just foolish bravado.
Come closer, dearie. My, what a fetching lad you are. And all the way out here in the Forlorn Swords. Tell me, have you come looking for a strong Del Reader wife? You're a real charmer, aren't you? That's one of the things I miss about travelling across Avalon. Men outside the Forlorn Swords know how to use their words, make a woman feel special. The Del Reader don't put much stock in talk, especially the Volker. But it's still nice to hear something kind now and then. If all the Volker you met were like this sorry lot, then I'm not surprised I seem like the odd one out. I remember the feasts we used to have, the celebrations. Any excuse was good enough. Then I left for a couple of decades and came back to this. We were never the cheeriest folk, but now it's like they've all got a frost grot up their arses. Aye, ever since I was little, I wanted to see the world. I tried joining the Stone Wardens, but I've got two left hands when it comes to their craft. So, I did what many young Del Reader do when they want a taste of freedom. I became a mercenary. I loved the road, but then the years started catching up to me, so I came back and set up my shop. Pish, no, this is my home. Always has been. I bore a son and daughter here. Left them to be raised by their fathers into proper Volker. But I came back from time to time to visit. I always knew I'd return one day. But it was when I met my grandchildren that I truly knew it was time to leave wandering behind. I do sometimes, but these days I'm content just reading about it. Oh, which reminds me, I've been waiting for my journal to be delivered. I heard from a friend that they wrote an article about me. But everything arrives late in this blasted village. Would you be so kind as to check the road and see if the merchant is on the way? Ah, thank you, dearie. You're a sweet one, aren't you?
Ah, so you're the one who lit up the sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity. This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them. That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not. That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly, and now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the weirdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Angsvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow brother in the weirdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about.
If it stinks, cut off your nose. Problem solved. If it tastes bad, slice off your tongue. No taste, no complaints, eh? And I will not have to hear you whining. Everyone wins. So, no one's told you yet that the one by the biggest heart is Aki, the worst cook among all Dalarida cooks? Huh, surprising. So, I'm Aki. Welcome. It's about the Volkers and their terrible taste. They're always whining about my food. How is it that we can bleed, tear ourselves apart, and that's all fine? But the moment they have to eat something unconventional, they act like a Camelot whore tossed into a vat of boiling water. Huh? They hate it. They gag every time they walk past. Bunch of fools. They'd rather eat raw weirdeer guts than what I prepare. They don't care that my meal's more nourishing. And besides, I like it. Oh, believe me, outsider, I've tried. Every time it's ended up with me punching them for what they said about my dish. Or them punching me for making something so, fucking disgusting. Yeah. I can barely breathe through my broken nose. Aye, that's what I think too. Here, take it. Give it a try. And? What do you think? Men? Well, what the hell are you on about? What do you mean? Screw them! No! Well, yes. Okay. Blood. Misery. Death. Ah, now I get it. There's no point in cooking. I should just kill myself. Yeah, that's an idea. Right. And? 3 pillars, you see. I think, I would say it would be... I'm not sure. Endless screams of agony! You're asking about ingredients, right? Well, I imagine there's definitely the brains of some beast in there, you know? And it would be great to add a strange toe. I haven't had one of those in ages. We'll need some fat, too. Can't get the creamy texture I'm thinking of without fat. And milk. Did you see any cows here in the Forlorn Swords? I guess so. Well, in fact, I don't have any of those ingredients. Are you serious? Well, I'll be damned. Thank you. So, I'll be waiting. Yes? You want to eat something? Huh? Sour herring? And cheese? What's cheese? Never heard of that. Sounds like some bloody Camelot nonsense, but I'll give it a go, because, I like sour things. And I like fish. Might be good. I'll try to cook it. If I ever get my hands on this, cheese. Thank you, outsider. Ah, now that's a different story. I know exactly what that is. We call it, gribelot here, because after eating it, folks tend to, grib. A real delicacy. Oh, to grib means, grib. Fart, yeah? After gribelot, huh? Give me a moment. Aye, right. I made it. But what the hell did you give me, eh? I felt pure agony at first. Never eaten anything like it. It's damn good. Sour herring and cheese. Oh, that mate of yours has a sharp mind. What tribe is he from? I see. I respect that. I reckon I get along with him just fine, He understands my taste buds. Speaks the same language that they do, Really? Let me see. Milk, meat, fat. You've brought everything I asked for. Alas, something new. I can't wait. Give me a little while and I'll have the dish ready. So here it is. The endless screams of agony. Smells, good. So what now? Should I call the Volkers and let them try it? What? First you question me about the Volker tribe, then you offer help. I believed you. And now you're telling me it's not enough. Hey, why are you scheming, outsider? What tricks are these? You speak in strange ways, outsider, but I think I get where you're going with this. After our first meeting, I had a dream. I was covered in blood. I'd slaughtered some Camelot pig and was about to eat it. Suddenly, I heard a voice. Aki, you're a Volker. Should do things like a Volker. That's when I realized you brought that dream to me with all your questions about my tribe. Endless screams of agony. That's a Volker thing. That's Volker served in a bowl or on a plate or eaten straight from the hot smoking cauldron. This is how we eat. This is us. If food were a language. I understand now. I have intent. Now other Volkers will like it as it's made by one of them, for them. I know it. Thank you, outsider. I'm calmer now. Maybe even happy. Nah, that's too much. Not happy. But definitely calmer. Now I know what to do. Here, take it and come back if you want something more.
Hello again, fellow outsider. Welcome to the heart of the Volker's desolation. Why, chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find most fascinating about the Volker? Almost all of them carry the faint scent of the weirdness. The traces of it run through their veins, like tiny sparks lighting them from within. That caught my curiosity, so here I am, trying to satisfy it. Angsvar let me stay because the pillar glowed when I arrived, and everyone decided it meant something. Salvation, a new beginning, anything to pull them out of this mire. I turned out to be none of those things. So I promised him I'd at least try to figure out how to open these damn doors without the matron's totem. So far, I've failed spectacularly at that too. There's no priestess, no goddess, and barely any believers. Hardly enough to call it a temple, is it? Faith breaks so easily. That's why we don't believe in locking it away in buildings. Or people, for that matter. Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the weirdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up, as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret? I did say almost, didn't I? I may not know every Pict on Avalon, but I know my own when I see them.
An outsider in the Volker village. Now that's a rare sight. People rarely venture far enough to reach our little corner of the Forlorn Swords. May I ask what brings you here? The Moot? In the Mother Mines? I've always wanted to see the capital, though maybe under different circumstances. But I'm afraid you might have come all this way for nothing. We've never been close to the other tribes. When we had the Berserkers, they thought us mad. And now that we don't, we're useless to them. Nothing we do ever pleases them, so why bother? Not filled with doom and gloom, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't very kind of me. The tribe is like a family to me. It pains me to see them suffer so much, but I wish they could just wake up from their stupor. There's still life to be lived, happiness to be found. There's no honour in giving up. That's not how a Volker should act. She was right about many things. Nisa and I were even thinking about leaving with her, but I can't. I can't leave the village. I have a duty to stay here, even if nothing ever comes of it. I doubt Vran would have been happy with me joining her. She's always had a strong sense of duty. Where did you meet Vran? Oh no. Are you telling me Vran is now living among a bunch of Southerners? I would have paid a small fortune to see that. They must be getting on her nerves so badly. But I'm glad they've done it. She deserves it. She does. That does sound like Vrel. Thran once threw all her books down the mountain. Bren then sold her favourite axe to a wandering merchant to buy new ones. I'm glad she's found happiness. Though, I wish she'd have stayed. I am. I have Nisa, and I love her. I have my people, and I love them too. We've survived so much. And they're acting like it doesn't even matter. We should be trying to build something new, not just weeping over what we've lost. I understand sorrow, but there comes a moment when it's just pointless. No, I don't think she abandoned us at all. What kind of mother abandons her children just because they've done something wrong? Maybe she's just showing us it's time to find our own path. We can't cling to our mother's skirts forever.
What do you want? Unless you can tell me where my Ira is, I got nothing to say to you. My woman, she ran off into the forest and left me behind. You're a stranger, so you wouldn't understand what a stain on Dalriada honour it is to lose your woman like this. So now, I just sit here, staring into the bottom of this mug, hoping one day I'll drown in it. That's all there is to my story. Why should I tell you? I don't even talk to my own kin about it, let alone some outsider. Well, since you put it that way, sure, we can talk. Ira, she's a tough one. Toughest of the Volker, no doubt. They even wrote songs about the two of us, standing side by side against hordes of enemies. But after our matron left, and took the recipe for the Berserker potion with her, something changed in Ira. She became obsessed with recreating the formula. I hate to admit it, but I got caught up in it too. I think so. Poor Ira didn't have much talent for alchemy. Her ambition far outpaced her skill. We tested every concoction on ourselves. They always left me weak as a wet rag, but Ira, she got stronger. But her mind, it broke. She became more unpredictable than ever. One day, after another fight, she hit me over the head, hard enough to knock me out cold. When I woke up, she was gone, just like that. Of course, the fiercest in the Volker tribe. Kids used to fight over who'd get one of us as their father for the trial. Those were glorious days. But they're long gone now. Oh, I've tried. Over and over. But every time I got close, she'd hide. I know she was there. I could feel her out there. But she wouldn't let me see her. Maybe she knows something I don't. Maybe she's waiting for the right moment to come back. Aye, my poor, wonderful Ira. Start here. I saw traces that she'd been there. That's a network of tunnels most people wouldn't dare to enter. I'm no spelunker. I'd just get lost and starve if I went in. But Ira loved that place. She'd go there whenever the kids or the tribe got on her nerves. I'd give everything I have to bring her back. No matter the madness, anger, or whatever it is that's taken her. She's my Ira.
He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they'd cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. I've survived one heartbreak with Meder. I'll survive another. Now, please, just leave me alone. I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tega would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here. It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refused to grant him a good death. Maybe he was. He definitely hadn't been himself lately. You see, my Tega was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Madr with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie, I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tega went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple. Sometimes multiple times a day. He said Madr was speaking to him and that it was his duty to listen to her. He said the fate of our marriage and the fate of all the Volker depended on it. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry. That's when the real arguments started. So what fate of our marriage was he even talking about? Now that I think about it, it was such a stupid reason to fight. I should have gone with him, found out what he was talking about. But what's done is done. Tega's dead. Go ahead if you want to. I've been there myself, but Madr didn't say a word to me, as you can probably imagine. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there really is something that reveals itself only to the chosen. If you find it, kill it for me, in Tega's memory. I'd be lying if I said it's the dream of every little Volker girl. It's the most respected position for a woman in our tribe, but it's also the heaviest responsibility. If Madr's voice truly exists, it doesn't speak with words. You feel it in your soul. It's a calling. And her voice was screaming inside me. I truly wanted to give myself to her, but the elders decided I wasn't fit for the role. And then there was Tega, whom I learned to love in time. Easy or not, it was my calling. And I truly believed I was the right choice. But the elders said I was too hot-headed to bear that responsibility. Me? Hot-headed? Can you believe that? I'm just being honest. There's nothing wrong with wearing your heart on your sleeve. If every Dilrida was as honest as I am, our tribes would have united and supported each other long ago. No one's going to try and convince me otherwise.
Blessings. Not Mather, as you've probably guessed. I'm frail. That's what they call me when they cast me out of my tribe. I took refuge here because I thought it best to hide in plain sight. Please, don't turn me in. I'll die out there in the wilderness. Nothing wrong, I swear. I take some offerings from the altar when no one's looking. But no much. Just enough so nobody notices. Sometimes people come seeking comfort, and some want to hear Mather's voice. I'm no Mather, but I can't turn a blind eye to a suffering soul. But you don't look like a Volker to me. I'm no wrong, am I? Perhaps you'll grant me the mercy I won't find among the tribes. I'm no harming anyone here, I swear. Tega. Such a poor, good boy. So misunderstood. He'd give his life for his wife. But I doubt she knows that because the poor lad can't get a word in edgeways. Oh, she's always complaining that she'd sacrifice herself to Mather for him. But between you and me, she was never fit to become a princess. Too eager and aggressive. And Tega, he's such an honest man, truly. He could have done better. What do you mean? Dead? What happened? Oh, I've been so worried about him. He's been gone for so long, but death. Oh, Tega. Oh, what a tragedy. It's all my fault. I should have stayed quiet. Oh, what have I done? I thought I was helping him. He would come to me, talk about his problems with Helmi. I helped him the best I could. I comforted him, like a good mother should. Mather is our mother. I just wanted to help her out. Give that nice boy some hope. In honour of my own children, who now gaze upon Mather's face. My fate is now in your hands. I wouldn't be able to best you in a duel. What is your decision? Thank you. Oh, thank Mather. I promise I'll be as quiet as a mouse. No one will hear a word from me. May Mather's light shine over your path.
So my Tega never lost his honour? He was deceived. At least now he can rest in peace. His name no longer stained by madness. Oh, if only I could get my hands on that blasphemous wretch! Tell me, who is she? Have you killed her? Not like I have much of a choice, do I? At least my Tega got his justice. Thank you, outsider. You've done a great service. May Medar guide you on your journey.
Wait! I didn't mean to. Please, hear me out before you strike me down. Yes, it's me. I never meant to attack you. That wasn't me, I swear. It was the substance I took. It must have changed me forever. My husband and I tried to recreate something that was a gift from Mather. Clearly, we offended the goddess so deeply that she cursed me with madness. And madness for a Del Rida is a fate worse than death. Only death can release me from it. My brave Stigr. He just can't let go, can he? That doesn't surprise me. We faced every challenge together. I know he's struggling with my absence. I've heard him calling out for me. But if he knew what I've become, he'd understand. I have no choice but to fight you, hoping it's enough to redeem myself. Damn it all! I can't be the reason my Stigr dies an honourless death. A mad woman and a drunkard. No, that can't be what we're remembered for. And if I don't get better, at least Stigr will give me the mercy of taking me out.
Really? How? No, don't tell me. Let it stay between you and Mather. I feel she has a hand in this. Thank you for stepping up for us. I promised a hefty reward, and now it's yours. And since Mather helped with reclaiming the seat of the Elders, maybe her grace will also guide us with the matter of the empty temple. Frigg, the matron who served there, disappeared one fateful day. We searched everywhere, but it was no use. It was like she vanished into thin air. The sacred totem of Mather, passed down from matron to matron, disappeared with her. Without it, we can't appoint a successor, and the temple has remained empty ever since. It's hard to blame her. She left after the massacre of Gunvalder. Her daughter was with a man from that tribe, and was in the village when it happened. Frigg was furious that we didn't come to their aid. But tell me, would anyone have helped us if the situation had been reversed? Of course not. I've spent years questioning whether I made the right decision back then. Even now, I don't have an answer, and I no longer have the strength to dwell on it. You're right. Only a matron can brew the sacred potion that allows us to enter the battle frenzy. Without it, the Volker tribe isn't worth much. We gave up searching for her a long time ago. It's pointless. Mather made her judgment clear. But if you're set on trying anyway, speak with Bride. He'll know more than I do.
Yes, dearie? Ah, yes! Thank you, my sweet. Here, take this for your trouble. Now, I know what I'll be reading before bed. Ah, so you've read the article. My, now I really do need to catch up on it. Well, one day, I was standing by the caravan, minding my own business, when a woman came up to me. She had a black eye and a look of pure desperation. Said she didn't know who to turn to, but since I was a mercenary, she wanted to hire me. Told me she'd caught her husband hurting their little girl. At first I told her to go to the chieftain. Among the Del Reader, that's an offence that gets you made nameless, beaten black and blue. But she said it didn't work like that where she came from. A child may not yet have a name, but a child is still weak and defenceless. To harm one is to lose your honour, your hands, and your name. As for adults, a Del Reader who's earned their name belongs to no one but themselves. They come and go as they please. And to strike your spouse? What honour is there in hurting the one who loves and trusts you above all else? In time, I learned to spot them myself. Some didn't want to talk. Others didn't trust me. But then there were those desperate for any help at all. So, I helped. One way or another. That's exactly what I told her. Leave the bastard, take the girl, go back to her first family. But she said if she went back to her father, he'd beat her too, and then send her right back to her husband. That's when I said, enough is enough, and I took matters into my own hands.
You're back. Thank the gods. Or maybe Mather if she's decided to forgive us. A stranger, but as loyal as kin. Honestly, I don't know. But I'm just grateful you brought her back to me. I'll take care of her until she recovers. It's the least I can do. Now, everything will be alright. You'll see.
It's always a pleasure to see you, fellow outsider. What brings you here today? Matron Frigg. I doubt she'd have been pleased to see me here, in a place that belonged only to her and those who came before. The Volkers say she cursed them and left, that Matera herself hid her tracks so she could never be found. They're wrong. At least about finding her. She may be gone, but her presence is everywhere. You just need to follow it. You've seen it by now. On Avalon, the weirdness is always there. Thick in some places, thin in others, but never truly gone. And everyone leaves their mark on it. Some faint, some strong, but someone like the Volker matron, she'd leave a trail bright as a blaze. You just need to find it. Oh, I have. But she never showed much of herself to me. Maybe I wasn't to her liking. She was a serious person after all. Me? Not so much. But you're here for a reason. She might favor you more, or perhaps the weirdness itself will. It's worth a try, isn't it? Her presence will be strongest in the places she favored. This temple, for one. Her old home. Perhaps by the common fireplace, where her people gather? Beyond that, it's hard to say. First, you'll need to sharpen your senses to the weirdness. I have something that can help, but before you set out, I want to ask a favor. When you find the totem, don't go running straight to Angsvar. Bring it here instead. If a new matron takes her place, these doors will close to both of us forever, and I need to know what's behind them. I'll repay you, I promise. Answers and more. Excellent. I can hardly wait. Here, ether bloom. Woven with ethereal cobweb and just a hint of wolfsbane. You'll need to smoke it. Be brave.
Aye.
What you want? And who are you? Who are you? We don't care. And don't bother caring who I am either. Well, I'm drinking. Maybe I'd give you a drop, but I'm nearly out. And it's very good booze. Aye. A fool was chucking stones at me, screaming at some wraith or beast was lurking behind. My bastard, that one. But hey, not all bad things end in ruin. The Dalry give mad folk a proper send-off. Now, he can sleep well. Another lunatic. If you got no business with me, then piss off.
I can only assume that Camelot is no longer what I once built it to be. If it were up to me, the old agreements would still be honored. But if they went through with such an attack, then they must have had a reason. I suspect it was the need to secure resources in case the weirdness thickens. All signs point to that. The men here in Kuanacht, the assault on the Gunvalder, and we don't yet know what else they've done. Don't ask if I would have done the same. We cannot truly know what the situation in Camelot is like now.
And so you have arrived. I look at you and I feel what you humans call resentment and bitterness. Lies and lost purpose. That is what happened. The Pale Lady managed to create places full of accumulated weirdness. I thought that those were gifts from her, for all those centuries we spent together. A vote of thanks for creating you. But no. After our second meeting, I grasped from the very beginning I was used. All my attempts to weave a new Foredweller, how utterly meaningless it all was. A place that was once my workshop. I spent decades here unraveling the secrets of threads of the weirdness. Eventually, I learned enough about the structure of pure potential to weave life itself. Before that, my kin emerged from the depths of Tuathan, born out of the chaos. We couldn't control that. You, my prince, were my greatest pride. The most beautiful creation I ever wove. Yes, it consumes me entirely. I feel like I want you to die. I regret creating you. I regret that you lived and still live. I regret that your death, Prince, was not final. Regret. 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 So much regret. If you had never come to be, or if the Pale Lady had not desired to have you, none of this would have come to pass. She looked at the humans and wished to be like them. She wanted to be a mother. You too. Everything that has happened over the last 6 centuries, it is all because of you. It has to end. No, the world is chaos. Fate is governed by threads of events that seem unrelated. Yet they weave together in knots. Knots that tighten, growing stronger and exerting greater influence on everything around them. The Pale Lady, the Prince, and the once and future King Arthur, they have all had far too great an impact on reality. This ends here and now. I'm deeply sorry it has come to this.
Do you need something? Really? Let me see. I've got to admit, stranger, you're a talented smith. That's solid work. But take it. Keep it far away from me. If it starts whispering again, that's your burden now. Now that I think about it, I might have something else that could interest you. Stop by if you feel like trading. I'll take a look at what I've got. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Welcome back, my child. You have served me well. Now that the stray crows have been plucked from our ranks, I am finally ready to make the ultimate sacrifice. The time has come. The children of Morrigan shall rise from the shadows and claim the throne of Avalon. All shall serve Morrigan or perish. It was inevitable. Every blade has a hand that guides it. You were never just a tool. You were fate's instrument, carrying out Morrigan's will, whether you realized it or not. Blood was always meant to be spilled. The only question was whose. And now, Avalon kneels at the precipice of its rebirth. Blood for blood, my child. That is the law of Morrigan. With every crow you cut down, you strengthen me in her eyes. The rivals are gone, the false ones purged, and now there is only one step left. You and I must duel. Your blade against mine. Your will against fate itself. And when I stand victorious, Morrigan shall be reborn, her strength fully restored. Avalon will kneel before her. The true ruler will rise, as always meant to be. And you will have the honor of being the final offering. Spoken like a true disciple. Blood is blood, sacrifice is sacrifice. Morrigan cares not how it spills, only that it does. If I fall, my death will feed her. If I stand victorious, she will rise with me. Either way, she is served. Blood will flow, and she will drink deep. Kill me, and you think you've won. You might scatter the children, break their ranks. But Morrigan, she is war, death, blood spilled upon the earth. As long as men fight, as long as they kill, as long as the rivers run red, Morrigan will endure. You cannot kill a god. You cannot silence the scream of battle or erase the hunger for power. The moment you believe you've won, she will rise again, in another form, through another hand. So go ahead, struggle, spill my blood if you must. But know this, every war, every blade drawn, every last breath taken in defiance feeds her, and one day she will return.
Greetings, Walker in the Weirdness. Your presence heralds the end of our vigil. Skuld sees the weirdness flowing through you. He is impressed. He offers his help and counsel. A swirl of colors surrounds your soul. It's a beautiful sight. The Thoid tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in the weirdness arrives, then your time will come, my children. You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true. Yes, walker in the weirdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into true sleep. May Mother's light shine upon the moment of your arrival. Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter. Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the walker in the weirdness. If Chieftain Yngvi decides to tell the walker more, then it shall be done.
You are here, walker in the weirdness. Your arrival heralds change. I am Yngvi. May my stature not surprise you. For the Thoid, it is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I bring myself, my skills, and my devotion. I am my tribe's servant. I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer its call. The members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do. We sleep to dream the mother's dream. It is sacred to the Thoid. Until now, only Senya has dreamed, and before her, a long line of devoted and sensitive Thoid warriors. Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. She promises to protect us from the weirdness. Mother promises that the strength of the Thoid's united dreaming will repel the weirdness and encompass the entire forlorn swords. By embracing the dream, the Thoids will protect not only themselves, but all of the Delrida too. The Thoids have long believed the world is heading towards self-destruction, and we are now on the brink of the end times. If there is a way to prevent that, we will do everything in our power to make it so. We are not sure, but we have faith. It has to be enough. We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. Your arrival was foretold by Mother. She said that when the walker in the weirdness arrives, it will be time to fall into the sleep. Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end of days. You are the walker in the weirdness. You can do far more than we ever could. We have tried everything. Magic, diplomacy. Some of us even joined One Eye's rebellion. But it wasn't enough. We needed Mother to show us the way. She said that only by joining her dream in another realm can we truly affect the reality we know. The Gunvalder tribe did the same. They worshipped their giant too. We believe King Arthur entrusted us with his crown for a reason. There's always been a special bond between the Delrida and the giants, going back to the Age of Legends. Perhaps he was the only man who could speak to the giants as an equal. But how could we find out now? The king is dead, and he's not coming back. This is our last chance to make a difference. We need to trust Mother. That's not widely known, but we have our own theory. We believe Arthur bound his essence to the crown, which allowed him to communicate with the giants and gain their allegiance. However, you can't bind your essence to another being without mastering the weirdness first. That's why we believe Arthur must have uncovered the secrets of the weirdness. unlocking the mysteries of the Four-Dwellers long before he forged his allegiance with the giants. I will keep watch until everyone enters the land of the dreaming. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or not to join them. I may simply become a nameless, tribeless Delrida. That is my honest answer. It's the only one I can give. Words shape reality. You shouldn't use them unless you're certain of the reality you want to create. How do you think you can help us? Can you do more than walk the weirdness? Can you walk through dreams too? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. Mother will decide if you're of use to her. But don't you dare harm her, even if you can. If you do, you'll have the entire Thoid tribe against you. That much I'm sure of. As you wish, Walker in the Weirdness. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Or the will of the Mother.